Okay, here we go. I should probably test this. Oh gosh, I hate that. That's horrible. Let's go ahead and ditch that. There you go. It'll be in a box. It's fine. Um, so this is the new game. I was thinking maybe I'll take a break. I should probably take a break. And then I decided not to because I'm bored. The audio levels are not wrong. This is the GOG version of Ultima 4, and the GOG version is based off of the PC version, which does not have background music. So, yeah. I'm going to take a moment. I'm earlier than I was saying and all of that, blah, blah, blah. Give myself my drink. Yeah. So let's get myself. I'm going to have a blueberry pomegranate V8 energy at 5 o'clock. No way that'll go wrong. And then we'll go. So, make sure that this is announced everywhere. I should probably do that. And hey, we aren't even going to lose audio because there's no audio to lose. Isn't that great? I'm a little tired. I'm burnt out on streaming because I streamed like 18 hours over the weekend. But I'm also very bored today. I don't have anything to do, so we're gonna start this. We're gonna drop that there. Ultima 4 time, blah. And then here I'm gonna be like, since I keep telling people to try Ultima 4 and they are like, it's too old, I stream it. Now, not even gonna ask for streamer role or do anything, just like the people there know where I am. Okay. So yeah. The reason I need to get my voice ready and everything, though, is we're going to be opening this with reading. So first, as with everything, my history with this game. Back in the dark old days of my childhood, I did not have any consoles, and my only place to play games was my dad's computer. If I got up at like 3 in the morning and snuck downstairs without anyone catching me. And the games he had installed were, oh, really? It was just Comanche Helicopter. Um, he had a couple other games he did not have installed, and he kept all of these games locked away so I couldn't get at them, but the manuals were not. And one of those was Ultima 4. Let me bring the map up to the front here so that I can center it, because we're going to have it in the corner the entire time. This is my childhood. Not the game, that map. It came with 2 books and a paper map, and the cul-de-sac we were in ended up being vaguely shaped as far as like our usable play area, like this map, We had the front door, the front lawns of a couple of houses, and then you had my house's back lawn, and then you had my neighbor's house's back lawn, and the neighbor across them's back lawn. But they had a garden between. We weren't allowed to play it. So we had the front lawns, the back lawns, and then the houses and the garden in between were like not allowed. And then there was a neighbor whose yard we weren't allowed in, front or back, and then there were more, and it vaguely resembled this map. So we took this map outside and we just like played Britannia with no idea what this game was about. Nothing but like this map. We would run around and play. Later in high school, I would find this game and play it and be like, whoa. Because in high school when this came out was around when I played this it was towards the end of my high school life. And it was around the time that like morality systems were getting big in games. You know, when the game would give you like the good guy and the bad guy route, and you'd pick either the best, holiest, most pure person, or the most evil, wicked, whatever. And then I played this game. This game came out just under a year before I was born. Excuse me, just over a year before I was born. Because I was born December 86 and this was like November 85, I think. I can't be bothered to look it up. But it was before it was a while. It's old. It's old. And so I just it's very important to me to note that this game does morality better than any other game I've saw up until kind of recently, where they started throwing away morality for kind of faction relationships. Like when they stopped saying, oh, you're a good person or a bad person, and started going, oh, these actions have adhered you to joy with this faction versus that one. At that point, I think we've finally gotten to where we're doing something better than Ultima 4. But that's not what Ultima 4 is doing. So the spoiler for the game is the entire point of this game is we are on a quest, or we will be eventually on a quest given to us by the king to embody the traditional virtues and values of Britannia that were lost to the world during the dark ages of Mundane and his horrible ilk. As conveyed in Ultimas 1, 2, and 3. But in any case, here we are now, in another world, in a time to come. Initiate a new game. I shall be known as Gobbo Barb. Not grand yet. Just an ordinary, humble Gobbo Barb. And we go. The day is warm, and yet there is a cooling breeze. The latest in a series of personal crises seems insurmountable, being pulled apart in all directions. Important to note, the Ultima series is isekai. So right now, we are in the real world. Yet this afternoon walk in the countryside slowly brings relaxation to your harried mind. The soil and strain of modern high-tech living begins to wash off in layers. That willow tree near the stream looks comfortable and inviting. The buzz of dragonflies and the whisper of the willow's swaying branches bring a deep peace, searching inward for tranquility and happiness Close your eyes. I should get some soundtrack going because this game doesn't have music. What's a good royalty-free, peaceful soundtrack? Let's say that's just royalty-free fantasy music. What do we have? Let's try the 3-hour D&D calm mix. Why not? Well, we'll let it work. It says it's royalty free. We'll find out when I upload the VOD whether I'm being lied to. So, the buzz of dragonflies and the whisper of the willow's swaying branches bring a deep peace. Searching inward for tranquility and happiness, we close our eyes. A high-pitched cascading sound like a crystal wind chime impinges on your floating awareness as we open our eyes and see a shimmering blueness rise from the ground. The sound seems to be emanating from this glowing portal. It's difficult to look at the blueness. Light seems to bend and distort around it, while the sound waves become so intense they appear to be visible. The portal hangs there a moment, and then, with the rush of an imploding vacuum, it sinks into the ground. Something remains suspended in midair for a moment, before falling to earth with a heavy thud. Somewhat shaken by this vision, we rise to our feet to investigate. A crude circle of stones surrounds the spot where the portal appeared. There's something glinting in the grass. We pick up an amulet, shaped like a cross with a loop at the top. It's an ankh, the sacred symbol of life and rebirth. But this could not have made the thud, so you look again and find a large book wrapped in thick cloth. With trembling hands you unwrap the book. Behold, the cloth is a map. In particular, this map. That is going to live up in the corner there for convenience. And within lies not one book, but two. The map is of a land strange to you. And the style speaks of ancient cartography. The script on the cover of the first book is arcane but readable. The title is The History of Britannia, as told by Kyle the Younger. The other book is disturbing to look at. Its small cover appears to be fashioned out of some sort of leathery hide, but from what creature is uncertain. The reddish-black skin radiates an intense aura, suggestive of ancient power. The tongue of the title is beyond your ken. You dare not open the book and disturb whatever sleeps within. You decide to peruse the history. Settling back under the willow tree, you open the book. You read the book of history. No, really, read the book of history. This is an old game. Computers didn't have a lot of space back then. And the way that these really old games worked around that is they gave you the manual. And the manual did things like, say, give you story. Like this one. So I need to try and find where I put it, because there we go. I found it. So I am now going to open the manual, and then we're going to read it. So let me get this on stream so you can follow along, because we have to read a book now to play this game, which is part of what hasn't aged well. Instead of having a cutscene, we get given a book. So let's get book. And book is going to be the Ultima 4 manual. And we'll just put it like so. I'm going to make it wider because we're going to have 2 pages soon. So having 2 pages is going to help. Let me position it. And put the chat at the top, so whatever you say is there. Okay, so here we have it. Reading stream. Yay! The History of Britannia as told by Kyle the Younger. This is one of the books. Like, my early childhood experience with this game was not the game. It was this book, the Book of Magic, which I should probably go ahead and get open too, because I will need to reference it at some point. Let me get that open too. And see. Yes, okay, so I can have either. I can alternate between them. Excellent. You go away. There we go. Hey, there's the Book of Magic's cover. We haven't ignored this page. We haven't looked at this yet. There we go. Single page view. We fear to open this book with its mystic inscriptions and dark leathery hide. But this one we open. Chapter 1. Political History. The Dark Ages of Britannia is the name given to that long span of time when the infamous Triad of Evil stalked the lands and challenged all for the supremacy of the soul. The first era of the Dark Ages came to end with the downfall of the evil wizard Mundane and his many minions, as chronicled in Ultima 1. The lords of the lands were weak and scattered, rendered ineffective by factional wars. It was only through the valiant efforts of an itinerant adventurer that the foul Mundane was tracked to his hidden lair and slain. But a few years of restless peace followed Mundane's downfall. So long had the world shuddered beneath Mundane's yoke that many found it hard to believe he had really been vanquished. In truth, his teachings did not disappear. Mundane's apprentice Minax rose to power soon thereafter to challenge the fledgling city-states that were beginning to evolve. The terrors had begun anew. Minax's powers upon maturity greatly exceeded those of her evil mentor. With these powers, she was able to rain wholesale destruction upon the planet, twisting and corrupting everything. Her foul web spread through time itself, ensnaring all who sought to oppose her. Finally, there arose a hero out of legend who dared face Minax in her own fiery castle and destroy her. Thus ended the second era of darkness, as told in Ultima 2. 20 years of well-earned tranquility ensued, and prosperity favored the land. Then disturbing omens appeared, followed by the mysterious appearance of a fiery island. The tale of the third era of the Dark Ages is told by Iolo the Bard in Ultima 3, wherein Lord British, sovereign of an incipient empire in the land of Caesarea, called forth through time and space for heroes of the people to assemble. 4 diverse adventurers answered the clarion call. To them fell the geas of the doom of Exodus. Long they labored on the trail of the mysterious Exodus, through many a deep dungeon which seared their souls. To this day, each member of that team bears the marks of their journey. With the aid of the mythical Time Lord, and that is a Doctor Who reference. This is, the 80s. They could do whatever the hell they wanted. People didn't, pay attention to video games. They made a Doctor Who reference in Ultima 3. It's okay, in Ultima 2, you travel to the Soviet Union in the 1980s to steal a spaceship. So, these games were wild. I've played 1, 2, and 3. They did not age well, and they don't really have anything of value to give. This game also hasn't aged very well, but has a lot of value to give in its presentation of morality. and nonlinear storytelling. But yeah, with the aid of the mystical Time Lord, they were successful in bypassing the Great Earth Serpent and gaining access to Exodus's island fortress. The very bricks of the fortress rose up against them, and great is the bard's tale of their struggle to reach their mortal foe. Of the final confrontation, not one of them will speak, save to say that the evil is gone from this plane. So passed the third member of the Triad of Evil, and with this death, so passed the dark ages of Britannia. From the rubble of Caesarea, Lord British was able to unite all the mainland and a few of the islands under his one rule. This new empire of Britannia brought much sought-after peace and prosperity to its subjects. Many of the ancient pockets of evil were destroyed, so that the only remaining hazard to wayfarers was an occasional stray band of marauding orcs or hill giants. Most of the lands were mapped, although a few unexplored regions still remain. With the Triad of Evil destroyed, Lord British became known for his dedication to raising the quality of life of his subjects. To assist in this endeavor, 3 mighty structures were raised in distant parts of the realm. One was the Lyceum, wherein lay the great observatory. Another was the Empath Abbey, with its oak groves where wise men and women meditated upon the teachings of the ancients. The third structure was the great castle of the Knights Order of the Silver Serpent. Only the flower of Lord British's chivalry was invited to join this order, which embodied the highest ideals and exemplary bravery. The rest of the land was divided among 8 major towns, each with its own political faction. Numerous satellite villages also dotted the countryside between the towns. In this manner were Lord British's lands organized. Chapter 2, Geography. The final destruction of Exodus rocked the known world. Mountains rose, land masses sank. Most of the surface area of the world became fused together in one large mass. It's over this major continent, now called Britannia, that Lord British rules. Some nearby islands also pay homage to him, while beyond these islands lurk uncharted shoals and rumored pockets of evil. Lord British's magnificent castle is situated in the center of the continent, overlooking Brittany Bay. This tall building is the greatest architectural structure of the New Age. Loyal subjects may pay homage to his majesty, and renew fealty whenever they're in the vicinity of the castle. Nearby lives the art center of Britannia, the town of Britain, where bards weave legendary tales of deeds and serenade visitors. To the north of the castle of Lord British lies the great mountain range known as the Serpent's Spine. The peaks of this range are the highest in all Britannia. During the summer months, a small out-of-way pass allows knowledgeable travelers to save much time on their journeys. Beware the one-eyed Cyclops and fierce two-head Edens that inhabit this range. Northwest from the mountains begin the vast woods known as the Deep Forest. Many a traveler has become lost among these tall, majestic trees. If thy feet stray from the beaten path, do not despair, for within these woods lies the beautiful city of Yu, home of the mystic druids. The High Court of Yu judges all the important cases in Britannia, and is famed far and wide for the wisdom of the decisions rendered here. Nearby is the spiritual center of Britannia, the famous Empath Abbey. Within these hallowed walls, wise men and women study the ancient writings of past masters, and meditate upon the great principles that govern the universe. A good meditation, focusing on a proper mantra, will sometimes yield valuable visions to those whose patience and powers of concentration are strong. The experience is well worth sampling. East of the deep forest lie the high steppes of Britannia, famous for beautiful horses. The only difficulties the traveler might encounter here are bands of thieving rogues and unfriendly wizards. The high steppes border an interior lake fabled for mysterious disturbances. Beyond the high steppes lie the famous battlefield known as the Bloody Plains, where the last major forces of evil were vanquished. Alas, many of our brave men perished here in the fight for virtue. Be very careful when thou passest through this region. It's whispered that, at some phases of the moon, the undead rise and fight the battle again. Lost Hope Bay lies to the north of here, with the sturdy town of Minoc perched on its shore. Minoc is home to some of the finest craftsmen in the realm. The tinkers of Minoc are known far and wide for their skill. A tired traveler will also find a refreshing place to rest at the Wayfarer's Inn. The northeastern tip of Britannia is rather wild. The treacherous marshes, with their noxious vapors that poison the unwary explorer, are home to swarms of large insects and all manner of vile beasts. South of Lord British's castle can be found a large plain, mountains, and a dense forest. On the southern end of the continent is the magnificent town of Trinsic, from whence come Lord British's finest paladins. The tap in town has some of the best brew around, and the bartender's a great source of current gossip. Be sure to tip him well. The claws of the southern tip of Britannia embrace the Cape of Heroes. Slightly to the west lie the Valerian Isles. The walled town of Jellum provides Lord British with the best fighters, and also has the largest inn of the realm, where the service is outstanding. The headquarters for the Order of the Silver Serpent is on an island south of the Cape of Heroes. This wooded fortress was given to the members of the Order by Lord British in recognition of their outstanding service. A visit to Serpent Castle will instill within the traveler a true feeling for the ways of chivalry. Off the western shore of Britannia is the island home of the doughty Rangers. Skara Brae is a beautiful city, and spaciously laid out. For those suffering from rare diseases or grievous wounds, a mystical healer resides within these walls. The healer will aid the destitute as readily as the wealthy, expecting no payment save what the sufferer can afford. In the northeastern part of Britannia lies Verity Isle, famed as the home of the Lycaeum. This pillar of higher learning constitutes the center for the sharpening of the finest minds in Britannia. The Lycaeum's observatory provides Lord British with valuable information about the course of the heavens and provides a vantage point to watch the happenings within his realm. On the southern end of Verity is situated the fabled town of Moonglow. The mages of Moonglow are constantly improving their skills, being tireless in the pursuit of greater knowledge of the mystic arts. Within Moonglow, however, can be obtained the finest mystical reagents. These herbs will help those with magical skills prepare and cast their spells. This, then, is the known realm of Britannia. Several small villages also dot the landscape, but all are not recorded in the charts of the realm. Some other islands of varying significance hug the shoreline, most of which are uninhabited and barren. The only islands the travelers should be cautious about when exploring are known as the Fens of the Dead, disembodied wisps, ghosts, long-dead liches, and savage zorns have been reported here. Existing maps are by no means complete. There are said to be other unexplored lakes, wherein all manner of monsters and evil beings may reside. Flame-breathing dragons, multi-headed hydras, horned devils, fiery lava lizards, and even the dreaded Balroms are rumored to roam the distant shores. Somewhere out beyond civilization is also reputed to lie the ruins of the legendary town of Magincia, which the gods destroyed for the insufferable pride of those who dwelt there. All the magnificent marble palaces and gardens were devastated, and the rich, haughty inhabitants reduced to haunting spirits. No one has ever confirmed this legend, so it may just be a fable to frighten the weak of heart and instill humility in those that overvalue their own worth. Sea travel along the coast of the main continent is reasonably safe, although a bold band of pirates has been raiding Britannia of late, terrorizing the populace. Beware, for the pirates take no prisoners. Further out to sea roam many mythical creatures. The unwary voyager will likely encounter giant squids, nixies, poisonous serpents, and mystical seahorses. The ever-present danger of whirlpools and waterspouts makes seafaring a hazardous experience at best. It's hoped that with the next edition of the History of Britannia, travelers will have brought back more information of these unexplored regions, so the map may be completely filled in. As a final caution for the would-be traveler, beware the many dungeons and their dark, subterranean passages. Chapter 3, Fellowship, describes the different classes. I'm going to skip that because this is a lot. We'll get that through character creation. Chapter 4, Mercantile, outlines weapon shops, armories, pubs, grocers, healers, inns, herb shops, what you can find throughout the world. Of particular note, the Seer Hawkwind within Lord British's castle is the royal seer. Those who aspire to tread the path should seek the advice of the seer as they progress. Chapter 5 outlines the different types of terrain: grass, brush, forest, hills, marshes, and mountains. Mentions that there's horses that you can get, boats, there's coasts and oceans and winds. We'll worry about those as they come. Likewise, we'll worry about what sort of weapons of armor of the realm there are as we gather information. Magical arts, that's the entire other book. We'll worry about magic as we need it. And then there's a bestiary. So if we run into any creatures, we can take a look here and find out what they are. And then lastly, there's our recommendations for combat. Before fighting, make sure we're properly equipped with our weapons and armor prepared, with our spells, reagents mixed, ready to go. Then, when next to an enemy, we may attack in the direction of the foe. Ranged weapons can be at range, but they are in one direction. So up, down, left, right. You hit the direction and you fire. If you are attacked, oh no. When all the monsters have been destroyed or have run away, we return and are victorious. If we run away, we can run away. We have the potential for defensible positions, avenues of escape. We have to think about terrain in battles, especially in dungeons. And the types of weapons. Missile weapons can fight at range. Polearms let you fight 2 squares away, but not 1 square away. And hand-to-hand weapons are 1 square away. Missile weapons are very strong. And the ethics of war. Do not feel it is thy birthright to slay everything that walks, flies, or swims. The code of chivalry states that before engaging in combat with a foe, the warrior should ask, is this foe truly evil? If it's not, then thou must not kill it, but stand thy ground and force it to retreat. The code is thy touchstone, for without it thou art but a speck of dust in the whirlwind of chaos. Chapter 10, this one I'll read in whole, Modern Civilization and Our Universe. We have just emerged from the darkest period in recorded history, with the vanquishing of the Triad of Evil. We need no longer anxiously watch our backs for fear that evil will fall upon us in the first unguarded moment. The stability achieved by the New Age seems to herald a golden age of peace and prosperity. What kind of people will inherit this New Age? Surely our destiny is not to perpetually fight as warring tribes throughout all time. Is there not a higher calling, one worthy of our efforts and capabilities? If one accepts that the next era of human growth should not be fostered through aggressive territorial expansion, then a possible answer emerges. We must turn inward. Of late, a small group of inquisitive philosophers at the Lyceum have been asking such questions of each other. While their musings seem quite radical and new, they're worthy of consideration. Is living a life of virtue an essential element of civilization? Or can society survive the test of time without such principles? How might we ensure the long-term continuation of our newfound peace? What systems of laws and ethics will ensure the continued happiness of all our people? Why doth evil still stalk the world, and can it ever truly be vanquished? If the public set of ethics which evolved from the days of primordial survival is impure, how can we achieve a clean foundation on which to build a life of virtue? Given the premise that to understand purity one must strive to be so, how does one strive for that which cannot be understood? If our true purpose here is to achieve a balance with our surroundings, As is suggested in the ancient scrolls of the library, how can we face nature without first facing ourselves? Meditation seems to hold the key to perspective. In the transcendental state, one is freed from the shackles of modern living. The whole of the universe resonates with thee, and thou dost feel for once as though thou dost belong to a greater whole. Yet all too soon the meditation ends, and you need to return this brief glimpse of the sublime to the daily need of survival. It's time for all to put aside their warlike ways and begin fighting the evil that lurks within themselves. It's far too easy to sit and espouse the path of virtue, yet never set foot upon it. The ancient rule of treating others as thou wouldst be treated thyself takes on new meaning when put in the context of universal harmony. We must become living examples of our beliefs. How does one begin to first walk along this new way? Do road markers exist if we but open our eyes to see them? To be at peace in all areas is a state only achieved by an avatar. Is such a state attainable by any human, fallible as we all are? The true answer can only be found by those who quest forth in search of it. For who can see the end of the path before beginning the journey? It's also written that for each person the path is different. Perhaps the seeker of wisdom and enlightenment should begin visiting Lord British, for his knowledge of the ways of the land is great. Conversing with him may help one determine where lies the centers of the 8 virtues of the Avatar. Many philosophers hold the opinion that the path is in reality but a series of separate small paths, each minor path leading to the fulfillment of an aspect of ourselves. Treading one of these minor paths may be construed as a life's goal, and many people have debated which is the most advantageous to follow. Yet is not the whole much greater than the sum of its parts? Take up this challenge and tread not one but all the minor paths in search for enlightenment and perfection. Perhaps only then will thou find the beginnings of the great path. The quest of the Avatar awaits. It's not thy heritage that thou dost seek, 'tis thy destiny. As an addendum of this work, I, Lord British, would like to speak of the quest of Avatar mentioned in these pages. The quest of the Avatar is a search for a new standard, a new vision of life for which our people may strive. We seek the person who can become a shining example for our nation and guide us from the age of darkness into the age of light. We've sent this message out to the farthest reaches of the known universe. Indeed, we have even spoken across the void of time. Is there one who can complete the quest of Avatar? Many have tried already and have met with partial success, becoming enlightened in one or more of the 8 virtues of the Avatar. But none have yet attained the true state of being an Avatar. The secrets of the Avatar are buried deep in the hearts of both our people and the land in which we dwell. The search will be arduous, and the one who shall succeed must be able to assemble all the parts of the great mystery in order to solve the quest. Gaze upon the device portrayed on the facing pages of this tome. Learn it well, for when thou dost gaze upon it again, then shall thy life's quest be revealed. And then, thanks to everyone who made the game. From Lord British, Richard Garriott, the guy who made Ultima 1, not Ultima 1, Alcabeth, I think it was, in, his dad's basement in high school. Yeah. So, we can turn the book off. We have read the Book of History. That's what that was. Yay! That was, gosh, we've been going for 40 minutes and we've just finished reading the manual. Closing the book, we again pick up the Ankh. As we hold it, we begin to hear a hauntingly familiar lute-like sound wafting over a nearby hill. Still clutching the strange artifacts, we rise unbidden and climb the slope. In the valley below, we see what appears to be a fair. It seems strange that we could come this way earlier and not notice it. As we mull this over, our feet carry us down towards the site. This is no ordinary traveling carnival, but a Renaissance fair. The pennants on the tents' tops blow briskly in the late afternoon breeze. The ticket taker at the Ren Fair gate starts to ask you for money, but upon spotting your Ankh says, "Welcome, friend. Enter in peace and find your path." The music continues to pull us forward among the merchants and vendors, Glimpses of fabulous treasures can be seen in some of the shadowy booths. These people are very happy. They seem to glow with an inner light. Some look up as we pass and smile, but we cannot stop. The music compels us to move onward through the crowd. Through a secluded dust, we see a secluded slur wagon. Fortune teller's wagon, sitting off in the woods. The music seems to emanate from the wagon. As we draw near, a woman's voice weaves in the music, saying, "You may approach, O seeker." We enter to find an old woman sitting in a small contained room. She wears an ankh around her neck, and in front of her is a round table covered in a deep green velvet. The room smells so heavily of incense that we feel dizzy. Sitting the ankh, the ancient woman smiles and warns you never to part with it. "We have been waiting such a long time, but at last you've come. Sit here, and I shall read the path of your future." Upon the table she places a curious wooden object like an abacus, but without heads, without beads. In her hand she holds 8 unusual cards. Let us begin the casting. This is character creation. They are the cards of honesty and justice. She says, "Consider this." Character creation in this is a bunch of kind of like moral questions that weigh particular values against one another. I know which one I want to win because I've played this before, and I'm sure we've driven off anyone in chat who's actually interested, but in case people in chat, there's anyone in chat who is actually still watching, I'm gonna pause after every question to give chat a chance to tell me which one they think we should do, and I'll go with what chat says. And if you don't, then I'll go with what I want after a reasonable time. So consider this. A merchant owes thy friend money, now long past due. Let us see the same merchant drop a purse of gold. Dost thou honestly return the purse intact, or justly give thy friend a portion of the gold first? Which is the more moral stance, do we feel? To honestly return the gold, or justly fulfill the debt? Hawk says justice. Going once. Going twice. 3 times. Gone. We get 2 more cards. They're the cards of compassion and honor. She says, "Consider this. Thou art sworn to uphold a lord who participates in the forbidden torture of prisoners. Each night their cries of pain reach thee. Dost thou, A, show compassion by reporting the deeds, or B, honor thy oath and ignore the deeds? Which is more righteous? Compassion or honor?" Hawk says compassion. Going once. Going twice. Gone. Now, more cards. Spirituality and humility. She says, "Consider this. Thy parents wish thee to become an apprentice. The two possessions are available. Dost thou become an acolyte in the spiritual order, or become an assistant to the humble village cobbler? Which is better, spirituality or humility?" Ooh, it's a tough one. Hawk says B. Is there anyone in chat who's going to challenge Hawk? Anyone? Going once? Going twice? Humility it is. And now we get 2 more cards. Valor and sacrifice. Consider this. A mighty knight accosts thee and demands thy food. Dost thou valiantly refuse and engage the knight, or sacrifice thy food unto the hungry knight. Valor or sacrifice? Which is more righteous or virtuous in this situation? Anyone? Yeah, these are tough, right? Like some of those were like real easy, but this one, ooh, we have a hungry knight trying to rob us. Do we fight back or do we just give the hungry knight our food? If no one has anything to say, I'm going to lean towards sacrifice in this instance. Going once, twice. Hawk agrees. Let's go sacrifice. We got 2 more cards on the table. They are sacrifice and humility. She says, consider this. Thou art an elderly, wealthy eccentric. Your end is near. Dost thou donate all thy wealth to feed hundreds of starving children and receive public adulation, or humbly live out thy life, willing thy fortune to thy heirs? Sacrifice before humility, Hawk says. Chat, any arguments? Going once, going twice. Sacrifice wins. We have 2 more cards. The cards of compassion and justice. Consider this. After 20 years, we found the slayer of thy best friends. The villain proves to be a man who provides the sole support for a young girl. Do you spare the murderer of your friends in compassion for the girl, or slay him in the name of justice? Compassion or justice? Yeah, hard questions. This game opens up with like these questions that bring these virtues, which are the backbone of the moral code we will be developing ourselves in as an avatar with of over the game, and brings them into balance. We're really going to spare the man who has murdered our best friends for the sake of some girl we don't know? Going once? Going twice? We shall. And the last 2 cards are placed upon the table. The cards of compassion and sacrifice. Consider this. Thee and thy friends have been routed and ordered to retreat. In defiance of thy orders, dost thou stop in compassion to aid a wounded companion, or sacrifice thyself to slow the pursuing enemy so others may escape? Which is more just? Compassion? Compassion over sacrifice? All right. So, if it was not obvious, the first 4 questions were pairs of virtues, and then we took the winners and we just did a tournament arc to determine that our most important virtue at the start of the game is compassion. And through that, we have illustrated that these virtues come in conflict, which raises the question, can one be an avatar of all of the virtues if they come in conflict like this? Our path is chosen. There's a moment of intense, wrenching vertigo as we open our eyes. A voice whispers within our mind, seek the counsel of thy sovereign. After a moment, the spinning subsides, and we open our eyes to the world. Goboba! Yay! I love that. I don't even get my full name. Go Baba. I do not remember my controls. Do you actually not have the controls listed? I remember now. This is the shortfall of that. Well, that's okay. I can. Ultima for controls. I want to say it is. I'm looking for status, so we can look at our character. And that will be Z for status. Okay. So you can see time passing, but it doesn't actually pass. This will be useful later. We don't worry about it now. So you can see Choice of Compassion has made us a bard. So that we start at level 3. We have 8 NP, 17 Strength, 27 Dexterity, 16 Intelligence, 300 HP, 300 HM, 240 Experience. We start the game with 300 pieces of food and 200 pieces of gold. We'll unz so that we're back here. As I go back to our manual and read about the bards. The bards of Britain entertain the people with their wonderful ballads and tales of heroic deeds. Bards not only chronicle the deeds of valor, but perform them as well. A weapon of choice for a bard is a sling, but they may use a crossbow at times. All armor save that of leather is shunned by these minstrels, for they find metal harsh and too noisy for their sensitive ears. The bard also dabbles in magic and makes a fine companion on a long journey. So, yay! We are a bard, and we are now in the world. And, well, what's our world map? Our world map is this. I could even make that bigger if I wanted to cover up the side, because, I don't know. You tell me, chat. Do you want to see the log and the food and the gold? Or do you want to see the map bigger? Part of me says, you'd rather see the log? Yeah. And we can see the log. Woohoo. Okay. We can bring the map up if we need to look at it, which, like right now. Right now, we can look at the map and we can see there's the castle of Lord British and Britain at the corner of Brittany Bay where there's a little bit of water that comes off. And if we look at our map, we have a little bit of water. So we are by the city of Britain and Castle Brittany. This is not guaranteed. This is not the guaranteed start position for the game. If we picked a different virtue, we'd have started by a different town. I flinched when you said humility, because humility is the worst start. But we're fine. And so, we begin. And since we were told to speak to our sovereign, and since we're right here, let's go speak to our sovereign. Let's quit and save, because I forgot to turn off my numpad before I started playing, which means I'm not able to actually control my character. This is a known bug on modern systems. This should fix it. Lord British and Origin Systems Incorporated present the quest of the Avatar. Journey onward. And we should be right back in the game. Oh my gosh. Okay. Change numlock. This is a known bug on modern systems for the game. You have to make sure it's in the position. The numlock is in the position that it wants when you open the game. Otherwise, it gets angry. And you need to use the numpad to control. So you need to be recognizing these numpads as what they are. Journey onward. Okay. Okay, we're not going to be going diagonal in this game. That's fine. We can work with this. Turns out we can't walk into a wall. Enter the Castle Britannia. When we up next to somebody, we can talk to them. We meet a burly guard. Hi, Mr. Guard, what's your name? He's like, I am a guard. And what's your job, Mr. Guard? I guard the castle and all within. Can you tell me about the castle? The castle's fair and strong. You seek Lord British? Yes, I do. He's on the upper level in the throne room. Farewell. Bye. It's a little juggler. You meet a bouncing jester. Hi, what's your name, jester? I'm Chuckles! Oh no! I'm Chuckles! And what's your job, Chuckles? I'm the royal jester. What's a jester do? Welcome unto the Castle of Britannia. Hast thou an ankh? Yes. Then enter in peace. Wait, what can you tell me about peace? Okay. Why is the game screen suddenly black? It shouldn't be. There we go. Because something went wrong. It's fine. We had 2 instances of DOSBox, apparently. One didn't exist. Oh, bye, Chuckles. So we see more guards. We see this ankh. We can't do that, but we can open doors. So we do that. And if we come in here, we see the healer. Over here, we see an injured fighter. Who are you, injured fighter? I'm Shisha. What's your job, Shisha? I fight for my country. What about the country? My country is Britannia. Fight ye for Britannia? You know what? Yes, we do. Then seek out the smith named Zircon in Minoc, for he made the mystic arms. Only they will save thee in the abyss. So we have a thing to make note of. Zircon in Minoc made the mystic arms. And do you have anything to say about Minoc? No. Anything about the abyss? No. Generally, if a NPC asks us a yes or no question, that means we've finished their dialogue tree, and we're about to learn something important. Who do we have here? We meet a solemn ranger. He says, "I am Sheila." And what's your job, Sheila? I search for the inner light. How goes your search for the inner light? You seek inner light in the shrines. Tell me about the shrines. Runes are needed to enter the shrines. Dost thou know of mantra? No, I don't. The mantra are chants needed to focus thy thoughts while meditating. And here we have a healer. Welcome unto the roller healer. Pendragon says, peace and joy be with you, friend. Are you in need of help? No, we're quite good right now, thank you. May thy life be guarded by the powers of good. Okay. Someone closed that door behind us. We have a lovely little watchtower, another guard here. Yep, that's another guard. So we have a healer, we have a guard. Another guard, we can tell because he's big and burly. And then over here, oh, I'm not remembering the right command. What is the command I need here to look at something? It is search. We might not be able to do what I think we can. That might be in later games. Okay, there's nothing here. So we have this purple stuff we don't know anything about. As we walk through it. Oh, we go to sleep. Okay. So it's a sleeping field. It has a chance of putting us to sleep. And here is the seer. I am Hawkwind, seer of souls. I see that which is within thee and drives thee to deeds of good or evil. For what path dost thou seek enlightenment? Let's say compassion. Thou dost show thy compassion well. Continued goodwill should be thy guide. What other path seeks clarity? Well, let's say, how's our honesty? Thou hast made little progress on the path of honesty. Strive to prove thy worth. Okay, how about sacrifice? Thou art giving of thyself in some ways. And so on and so forth. We can basically see how far we come along on our various routes. That's here. And you see, we just spent some food, because every now and then we have to eat. So we need to make sure we're full up on food before any big adventures. We look over here. This looks like a guard's room. And this is interesting. We found a secret door and treasure. I don't think it's very virtuous to rob the king. So we're not going to. Whoops. It's Y, right? No. What am I looking for? Going up and down. Climb. K for climb. So we're on our second floor. Ooh, we have some kids. Funny, no response. I am Le Chef. What's your name, Le Chef? I am Le Chef. Le Chef is his name, apparently. I am the chef. And what's the chef do? The chef apparently has nothing of interest to say. You. A person with a white hat. What's your name? I am the chef. We have 2 different people named Le Chef in the kitchen. Okay, sure. And over here we have a prison. There's a monster there. There's some people there. There's some sort of person there. The guard. What's going on here? So he's just guarding. So it's the same guard. But yeah, there's people in a prison. So it's not a utopia. Looks like some thieves, some bandits, and a little person. If I wanted to, we could try to talk to one of them, but we'll notice that we can't open that door. And we can't talk to them through the bars. So there's nothing to do in the prison. No response from that one. I am Jester Twin. What's your name, Jester Twin? I'm Twin. I entertain. So there's nothing really going on with the Jester Twin. Yep, getting in our way. We meet a fair maiden. What's your name, fair maiden? I'm Juliet. And what's your job, Juliet? I can't help you with that. What's your health, Juliet? How's your health, Juliet? I'm fine, thanks. Awesome. Bye. So you don't have anything to talk to Juliet about. There's a pretty gal named Juliet in Lord British's chamber. And as we talk to Lord British, he rises and says, At long last, Gobblebarb, thou hast come. We have waited such a long, long time. A new age is upon Britannia. The great evil lords are gone, but our people lack direction and purpose in their lives. A champion of virtue is called for. Thou may be this champion, but only time shall tell. I shall aid thee in any way that I can. How may I help thee? So we can ask what his job is. I rule all Britannia. What can you do to help? To survive in this hostile land, thou must first know thyself. Seek ye to master thy weapons and magical ability. Take great care in these thy first travels in Britannia. Until thou dost know thyself well, travel not far from the safety of the towns. What else? What about the towns? Okay, how's your health? I am well, thank thee. Art thou well? Yes, we are. That's good. Well, goodbye. So, we have our friend the king, who remembers us because we are the heroes of the first 3 games. Descend. So descend to go down, climb to go up. I'm gonna talk once more with this guy because I remember there's something going on with him. No, I don't need any of those. Okay, so apparently there's nothing to do there. Okay. I thought there was something. Maybe we'll find out later. We can go there and get cured if we need it. Okay. Well, yeah, we see an orc over there. Let's go ahead and enter the town of Britain and find out what's going on. The guard. What's your name, guard? What's your job? You're a guard. What do you guard? We guards have a lot of compassion. Well, tell me about compassion, Mr. Guard. We always say, let all others' troubles be as thine own. Dost thou kill non-evil creatures? Well, we haven't yet. Good. Hi. Guard telling us not to kill. And there's a healing chamber too. That guy not able to respond. An injured person. What's your name, injured person? I'm Sebastian. What's your job, Sebastian? I know a terrible secret. Oh, what secret is this? Mundane's influence has not left the world. Oh dear. What can you tell us about Mundane's influence? An artifact remains. I heard at Buccaneer's Den. Wilt thou find and destroy it? Yes, we will find and destroy it. We must. Then ask at the pub there of the skull. So we have a note. So we have a second quest. Mundane's artifact. Ask at Buccaneer's Den about the skull. What is it? What it's about? We don't know. But that's something we need to make sure we get rid of. Goodbye. We meet a druid. I am Shapiro. What's your job, Shapiro? I'm looking for Julio. What can you tell us about Julio? Maybe we can help you find him. He knows the true nature of compassion. Art thou on the quest of the Avatar? Yes, I am. Find the Shrine of Compassion east across 2 bridges. Okay, so we have shrines, compassion, east of Britain across 2 bridges. Interesting. So that doesn't really tell us much about Julio, but maybe if we find Julio, we'll learn something. Welcome unto Wound Healing. Peace and joy. Are you in need of help? Not right now, no. May thy life be guarded by the powers of good. So we don't really get conversations with these healing people. We have another person here wandering around. Meet a tired shepherd. Who are you, Mr. Shepherd? I'm Shalimar, not Julio. What's your job? I watch over the children. What can you tell us about the children? It takes a good deal of compassion to deal with children. Can you tell me anything about compassion? Compassion strengthens the soul as knowledge tempers the mind. Do you have any kids? So does the game consider it honest if I say yes? I don't think the Avatar does, but like I do. So I'm gonna say yes. I do have kids actually. Thou dost know what I mean. Yes, I do. I do very much know what you mean. Hey kid, you have anything to say? Hee hee, I'm a child. Well, what's your name, child? I am a child. And your job? I'm learning compassion. What do you know about compassion? Never care so much for thyself that thou cannot care for others. Know ye the mantra of compassion? No, I don't. Ask Cricket. Okay, new notes section. Mantras. Compassion. Ask Cricket. Who's Cricket? But the kid tells us to ask Cricket. Okay, that's going to be another... These are going to be the same kid, I think. Yeah. But the children know about compassion. And there's nothing going on in the corner of these woods. If we go up, hey, we have the weapons shop and the armor shop. I'm Joe. Hi, Joe. What's your job, Joe? Yo ho ho and a bottle of rum. What about rum? Rum? Give me rum? No, I don't think I will. I don't have any. Be a Joe. I don't have any rum. He turns away. How about you? A spicy woman. My. What's your name? I'm Pepper. The spicy woman named Pepper. What's your job, Pepper? I'm a fightin' bard. Bards know many things. Dost thou seek something? Yeah. What might that be? I'm looking for cricket. Can't help you with that. I'm looking for the mantra. I'm looking for the shrine. Looking for the rune. The rune of compassion lies at the end of a hall somewhere in this town. Cool. I may have shortcut a little bit of this, but I know that we need a rune, a mantra, and the shrine. So Compassion's rune is end of a hall somewhere in Britain. Woohoo. Talk to our weaponsmith. I would be interested in buying. We have staffs, daggers, slings, and swords. We can use slings and crossbows, so I actually don't have any interest. And I would like to buy, and we can get cloth, leather. We can't do chainmail. How much is leather armor? All my money. I'm sorry, I cannot afford any. We need more money to get the armor. Hello. A poor beggar. I'm Sprite. What's your job, Sprite? I have no job, so now I beg. How goes begging? Please help me. Wilt thou help me? You know what? Yeah, we don't have a lot of money, but we can help you some. In return, I'll tell thee that Pepper knows of the rune. Awesome. Can I give you... Yes, I can. Let's say 10 gold. Well, thank thee. I shall never forget thy kindness. So, we gave the beggar money. The beggar told us about Pepper. We've already talked to Pepper, so we didn't gain anything. Except, you know, being compassionate and giving the beggar some gold. Welcome to Britannia Manor. I'm Jason. Are you in need of lodging? Not right now. Then you've come to the wrong place. Good day. Okay. A drunken fighter. What's your name? I'm Joe. I'm not interested in giving you rum, Joe. A seasoned fighter. What's your name? I'm Thevil. What's up, Thevil? I search for the mystery of magic orbs. Oh, tell me about these orbs. A one-handed beggar knows their secrets. Hast thou seen him? No, I haven't. Find him in Serpent Castle, for he knows of the orbs. Okay, so let's make a separation there. Orbs are known of by a one-armed beggar in Serpent Castle. Because there's no quest log, we have to make notes ourselves. This is how it goes. Let me save. This is how the early game goes. We explore, we talk to people, we learn about things. I'm not interested in you, Joe. Bard and Green, what's your name? I'm Cricket. The kids were telling us to ask for Cricket. We found Cricket. What's your job? He turns away. Aw. Okay, Cricket, I'm supposed to ask you about the mantra. The mantra? The mantra for the Shrine of Compassion is Moo. So we know the mantra for the Shrine of Compassion is Moo. Yay. We can talk to the food guy. I would like some rations, yes. We have the best adventurer rations, 25 for 40 gold. How many packs would you like? Let's see. Let's get 2 of them. That'll be 80 gold. 342 gold. 342 food should last us a while. Welcome to the Jolly Spirits. What'll it be, food or ale? Ale. There's a mug of our best. That'll be 2 gold. Sure. See ya, mate. So we just drank and there's nothing. Okay. And we see some beds. We have a guy here we can talk to. A wise shepherd. I am Mentor. Hi, Mentor. What's your job? I escaped Magincia. Ooh, we read about that in the book. That's the place destroyed for its pride. What's going on in Magincia? Pride was too great in Magincia. What can you tell us about pride? The city was destroyed by demons for its pride. Art thou proud? I hope not. Pride exists without truth, love, or courage. So we've had our yes/no question. He probably doesn't have anything else to say then, but you tell us about truth. You tell us about love. You tell us about courage. So I don't know what this is or how to flag it. So I'm gonna split this up. I'm gonna have these sections. This top section is going to be quests. And I'm just going to, no, not like that. It's like that. I'm going to just have these quests. I'm going to have the runes, mantras, and shrines. And then down here in its own section, I'm just going to have stuff that we learn that I don't think is tied to any quest, but I want to know. And so this one is humility exists without truth. Love or courage. Farewell. I notice we have a hallway with a dead end. Search. We found the Room of Compassion. So if we look, weapons, no armor, equipment, 2 torches, no gems, no keys, runes, compassion. Okay, we've got our weapon there. Will you go away, please? Thank you. We have our food. I'm going to come back here to the armory and see if we can afford cloth armor. Yes, I would like 1 cloth armor, please. And then I can, not equip, I can wear cloth armor. And now we can see I'm sorry. Yeah, weapon, sling, armor, cloth. Okay. So I think we have everything we can learn for now in Britain. We learned a lot. We learned about we found the rune, we found the mantra, we found where the shrine is. So if we want to, we can go meditate on compassion, learn about compassion. We also learned something about humility existing without truth, love, or courage. And these little hints about things in other towns. Mystic arms, orbs, and the skull. So kind of our situation we're at now is, what do we want to do? And that's when we look at our map and we think about our quests. And the way I see it, we can look for one of our towns. We can go look for you, go look for Minoc. We have way down there, I think that's Trinsic. So we have options. Or we can look for the shrine. So, well, if we think about quests we are driven towards Minoc. Let's go into town. I don't like the way that orc is looking. We have a quest pushing us towards Minoc in Zircon. Serpent's Castle. Well, we can look at our map and see where Serpent's Castle is. Serpent's Castle is down here. So that's going to need a boat. I don't know how we get a boat yet. Minoc, I think, is up here. So it's this little, I'm going to put it in the center because I don't think you can see my mouse. So there's this little white dot. I think that's Minoc. No idea where Buccaneer's Bay is. And then east of Britain across 2 bridges. So if we're going to go to Minoc, we need to go east, north across the mountain, east again, and then north. So it's going to be a bit of a trek. We have 341 gold. We have a sling, which is the best weapon we found. We have a suit of cloth armor, which is the best armor we found. I think we go east. If we go east and we head towards Minoc, and if we see the shrine, we'll stop by. Oh dear, I don't think we're going to get away without fighting this orc. Yep. Maybe we can kite you around the castle? Haha. There's a bridge. Oh dear. Oh, we have a moon gate. Okay, well, we have to fight. I think we hop through the moon gate, see where it takes us. Swing! Kill that orc. Okay. We evaded the acid trap and we got 80 gold. That paid for our food. But alas, we lost the moon gate because of that fight with the orc. So we continued to travel east. It looks like we're going to get into a fight with this orc. Only one of them. I'm gonna wait. We're taking some damage. But we got him. Okay. And we found another 80 gold. It's very slow to cross these mountains. Okay, so there's that second bridge to the Shrine of Compassion. But that's Poison Swamp. And I don't have any way to heal poison. right now. So if we go that way, we're going to perish. So we can kind of remember that this second bridge leads us to the Shrine of Compassion and that we need a way to deal with poison. And for now, we'll head up and try to find our way to Minoc, which looks like it's across the forest. Okay. We have more poison. We don't want to go into the poison swamp. Okay, we found our way out. And judging by this, it looks like that is the northern bay. So there's a sea dragon there. That's going to be causing us problems. We don't have a way to fight it. Okay. If you're going to be here... Okay. Die. This is hurting. We got it. We're rather injured. Okay, so it looks like that's actually the tip of the bay. Trolls, I think, are evil, so we can keep attacking it as it goes. This does not seem to be the path across, have the path across I was hoping it would. So right now we're looking for a pass across the mountain. Okay. There's a rogue. I'm gonna wait here. Because you have to come to us. Okay, and I think I'll let a rogue run away. Because a rogue, you know, is just in need, right? Orcs. And that's the path, so we have no choice but to fight. Run away. We are in desperate need of a healer. And I think we are over here, yeah, so we're looking to go to the far north, where we'll find our way to Minoc. I hope. There it is. We found our way to Minoc. It's a harrowing trip. We are injured. We've arrived at Minoc. Whew. Hello, guard. Tell us about the town. What's your name? Just a guard. What do you guard? I often wonder if I will ever have to give my life in the line of duty. Do you understand my dilemma? Considering how very near to death we came walking here. Yes, I kinda do. Of course, if it came down to it, I hope I would do it. Farewell. Give you two guesses what virtue this town embodies. Hello there. You see a rotund tinker. I'm Shentis. Well, what's your job, Shentis? I welcome thee unto Minoc, city of sacrifice. What can you tell me about sacrifice? Self-sacrifice is a needed virtue. Virtue is? Avatars strive to be virtuous. Dost thou strive for virtue? Yes, I do. Then perhaps thou shalt become an avatar. Can you tell me anything about an avatar? No? Goodbye. Lots of guards in Minoc. The Ironworks. What's the Ironworks? Welcome, friend. Are you here to buy or sell? What have we got? Maces, halberds, magic axes, magic swords. I don't know that I can use any of these. So I'm going to have to say no, but this does seem to be where the mystic arms are. Peter says, fare thee well. Okay, what's your name over here? A cute bard. I'm Sing Song. What's your job, Sing Song? I sing songs. Well, can you sing? Can you sing a song? Very well. The raven sings the raven saw, and in the corn he saith caw. Dost thou like it? Yeah, it's a pretty good song. Thanks. Bye. Da 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 da. A little song. Up here we have an inn. The Stocky Ranger. I am Mike Ward. Well, what's your job, Mike? I'm trying to get a room. What about rooms? I traveled clear from Skara Brae. What about Skara Brae? The rune of our city's missing. What? Know thee of the rune? No, I don't. It's not in Skara Brae. Okay. So I don't know what virtue Skara Brae is yet. But the rune is missing, whatever Skara Brae is. That's worrisome. Who are you? You meet a tinkerer at the table. What's your name, tinkerer? I'm Azure. What's your job? I carve runes. What can you tell me about runes? I carve runes for passage into the shrines. Dost thou seek a rune? Yes, I do, actually. Which? Let's say the sacrifice rune, because this is the town of sacrifice. Ask my sister, Mischief. Okay? So, the rune of sacrifice. We should make note, compassion. Got it. Sacrifice. Talk to Mischief. Can you tell me about Honesty's rune? Nope, only the Sacrifice's rune. Okay. What's going on here? Welcome to Wayfarer's Inn. I'm Istro. Are you needing lodging? Yes. We have 3 rooms available. A 1, 2, and 3 bedroom for 30, 60, and 90. We only need 1 bed. Very good. Have a pleasant night. Oh, and don't mind the strange noises. It's only rats. Yay. We slept until morning, and that healed most of our damage. Yay. Not peer. Not peer. Open. Hi, kid. A teenage boy. What's your name, teenage boy? I'm Alex. What are you up to, Alex? I give out flowers. Here you are. Oh, thank you. The way I figured, if thou art kind to others, they'll have reason to be kind in return. What can you say about anything you can say about kindness? Yeah, give all that you can unto the needy. Will thou give? Yeah. Good. Here, can I give you something? I don't need coin. Keep it. Okay, bye. Doesn't look like there's anyone else here to talk to. Who are you? A wandering tinker. He says, I am Merida. What's your job, Merida? I seek the wisdom of the shrine of sacrifice. Can you tell us about the shrine? Well, first, I need the mantra. I don't have the mantra. Know the mantra? No, I don't. The shrine's on a lake to the east. Okay. So, the shrine of sacrifice lake is on a lake to the east. Thank you for letting me know. I'll tell you if I learn the mantra. This is another guard. I'm going to be careful not to step in the poison. An agile tinkerer. What's your name, agile tinkerer? I'm Julia. Hi, Julia. What's your job? I care for the poor. Can you tell me about the poor? Within this house are many poor and destitute souls. Wilt thou help? Yes, we have we now have more money than we started the game with. We can probably afford to help. I would join thee. You would join me. Join me. Julia, we have a party member. Hooray! What can we tell us about Julia? Julia is level 2, 4 MP, some strength, dexterity, intelligence, wielding a mace and leather. We have some ginseng and garlic coming out of this. What can we do with ginseng and garlic? Well, that's a question for our spellbook. Ginseng is used in cure and sleep. Garlic is used in different spells. Well, let's look at cure. Ginseng and garlic are cure. So, I say, let's see if we can cast a cure spell. So we're going to mix, for me, we're going to mix reagents for cure. We're going to mix ginseng and garlic. Yay! And we'll do this again. Whoops. Mix for cure, ginseng and garlic. And now we can cast cure. I don't know who can cast cure, but I think we can. I think bards can. So if we run into problems, we can cast cure. Because we have mixed up the cure 3 times. It's like D&D where you have to use material components. And we've mixed together and prepared 3 castings of Cure. I don't think Cure heals our MP, though. Venomous creatures abound. Rarely are they evil. All mages may cast noxious poisons energy fields. Fortunately, the great Rooster Janeth Nor devised a countering magic for the effects of all venom and recorded findings for future generations. So Cure does not heal us. Cure removes poison. And we can do that. You meet a ragged old man. He says, I am Alcarian. What's your job, Alcarian? I'm a peasant. I hear many things. What do you hear? What dost thou wish to know? I want to know the mantra, if you can tell me. Can you tell me anything about the rune? Can you tell me anything about sacrifice? Or the shrine? Well, how's your health? I'm old and weak. Okay, well, bye. You don't have anything to tell me yet. Ragged Soul, what's your name? Jude, what's your job? To redeem myself. Well, what can you tell me about redemption? I'll not speak of my sin. Are you sure? Okay. Speak of it. Okay. You don't need gold? Okay. I'm Bob the Beggar. What's your job, Bob? I have none. Help me. Sure, Bob. Here. Have some money. In the poorhouse. What's your name? He turns away. What's your job? I'm Gimbal. Here. You're not very friendly, Gimbal. Can you tell me anything about the mantra? No. Your job? No. I'm going to ask you one more thing about the rune, maybe. Okay. Gimbal doesn't have anything to say to us. Hi, muddy girl. What's your name? I'm Linda Sue. What's your job? I'm an undernourished beggar girl. That is one shitty job you have there. How is things being a beggar girl? Can I give you anything? I don't need any gold. How's life as a girl? Okay. So her job is to be an undernourished beggar girl. She doesn't have anything. She doesn't need any help. That's just her job. Okay. Hello there. What's your name? I'm Damon. What's your job, Damon? I stand and think. What do you think about? Oh, just about things. Can't a man just think to himself? Yeah, sure, you can. I hope so. Do you know anything about the mantra? Listen to the bard's song, for in its verse lies the key. Well, that tells us that our mantra of sacrifice is Ka. We don't know anything about the rune of sacrifice. You know anything about the rune? No. Interesting. We haven't been over here yet into this forge. Hello. Zircon! You know about the mystic arm. What's your job? I forge weapons. What do you like, the mystic arms? Ah yes, the mystic weapons and armor. My greatest work. Those I gave unto Sir Simon and Lady Tessa. Okay. Zircon gave them to Sir Simon and Lady Tessa. Can you tell me where they are? Simon? Tessa? No. Do you know anything about the rune? Okay. We don't know anything about the rune yet. Rune of Sacrifice, we know to talk to Mischief, so we don't know where Mischief is yet. So we're looking around for someone named Mischief. What's your name? A happy tinker. What's your name? I'm Mischief. Mischief! We were just talking about you. Oh, my job is this and that. You're supposed to be able to tell me about the rune. The rune of sacrifice is hard to get. It lies within the fires of the forge. I beg pardon? Hast thou the rune? No. Huh? Return when thou dost find it. The rune is in the forge, which is currently lit and blazing in fire. Give you 2 guesses what's gonna happen. Ouch. We found the rune of sacrifice. Ouch. Julia, no. Julia is nearly dead. Oh, God. The owl. What did we expect crawling through a lit forge? But we have the rune of sacrifice in our possession. I suppose it's a good time to find out about Tinkers. The Tinkers of Minoc are highly skilled artisans and superb fighters. They are generally suspicious of magic, believing that only handcrafted artifacts possess true value, and thus use it seldomly. A Tinker may use any weapon, however. The double-bladed war axe is preferred. Tinkers will use any non-magical armor. A traveling party with a Tinker aboard need never fear for repair of any metal or wooden items. Okay. So, we have a mason leather armor. Hi, I'd like to buy. Let's get a halberd. No, we won't get a halberd. We don't run a magic. Yeah. We don't have any fancy weapons or anything. Okay. There's no healer here. The best we can do is come stumble into the inn, I guess. Yes, we need a place to rest. We need a 2-bedroom inn room. Okay, I think that will do us well enough for now. So let's see, we have our rune. We have our rune of sacrifice. That hurt. We know where the rune is, the shrine is. We have the mantra. And we learned that Zircon gave them to Sir Simon and Lady Tessa, but Zircon does not know where they are. So at this point, we don't really have any quests to work on unless we get a boat. So it's going to be a matter of what town we want to go to, if we want to go to a town. So let's get that map out and big again. It looks like there's a moon gate northeast of town. Maybe we should just go to that moon gate and see where it takes us. So we're going to be trying to find our way around that mountain range. Which we're not going to be able to do there. Okay. Oops. We're gonna... There we go. I'll open it. Because I'm less hurt. Okay. I think we may have lost our chance to get into this moon gate. Yeah. It opens on the full moon, which we just missed. So we need to wait. Which we can come here, and that will let time pass. So those are the phases of the two moons, and when the left moon is full, the gate will open. This lets us avoid spending food while we wait. And when it's full, we'll have a trip to go somewhere. Where? I don't know. I don't know where the moonstones take us. Actually, if we leave, I think we can see on the map where they'll take us. Yeah. Because we can see the different moon phases on the map. But I don't really care where we're going, so I'm not going to worry about it too much. This is going to take us here, so that's not where I want to go. Now it is. Where are we? I don't know. Now's a good time to find out. We are somewhere with a sort of gibbous moon, and I think that might be Trinsic at the far south. If it is... Yeah, we're in the far south, near Trinsic. Not Trin... Yeah, I think it's Trinsic that's down here. There's a pirate ship. I'm not quite sure where we go to get to... Okay, that's where the moon gate was. Okay, I think it is down at... I think we missed it. We needed to go down. I'll continue opening things because I am less injured. And it looks like the town is down at the bottom. I'll just start attacking right away. Looks like they're running away. Except this one. Okay. Is the town down here? No. Where is the town near here? We need to heal. I know there's a town nearby. I don't want to fight any undead or any orcs. We'll just head north. It seems that we're not going to really have much choice. Well, we're gonna have some fight here. I'll open it. Okay. We're in danger. Ooh, Julia. Oh no. Open the chest. Open the chest. Okay. Julia's downed. Okay. Oh, Julia's dead. Oh shit. Can I run away? The battle is lost. The battle is lost and we have nowhere to go. I'm lost. And I'm looking for somewhere where we can find salvation. Actually, there's only one of you. I can get you gone. You can run away, orc. Skeletons are truly evil. I don't have any choice but to kill them. I have no choice but to open it myself. Well, let's not cast a spell yet. Open there. Now I can cast Cure on myself and flee. There's another work on my tail here. It's probably going to catch up to us as we approach these woods. Getting chased by a bandit too. I'm going north because this way, vaguely, I should find Lord British. We were caught by the orcs. Okay, that orc is fleeing. Be gone. I'm going to leave the gold. Okay, we were caught. Orcs, get away. Flee, orc. Flee, my mighty sling. Flee, orc. And here is Britain and Lord British. Lord British said he was our friend. Let's go find him. Not the kitchens. Come around. We're at level 4. No. Did not bring Julia back to life. Okay, so we need to go find someone to bring Julia back to life. And then come back to talk. Fortunately, there's a healer downstairs. Yes, we need help. Yeah, sure. But actually that was a misstep. I do need help. We need a resurrection for Julia. It'll cost half my money. There you go, take it. No. Okay. I can't apparently give blood more than once. That's fine. So Julia's alive again at the cost of half of our gold. We can now climb up, talk to Lord British again, and Lord British should be able to heal up Julia. Yay! And we can We can say bye. We can look at Julia's stats. Julia's not quite enough experience, I don't think. And if we look, we can look at our stats. Yeah, we're at 500 experience. Okay, so we're way above Julia level. Okay. But we are... You know what? We're fine. I suppose we can check and talk about whatever we know with Hawkwind because we're here. So we can ask you about how's our compassion? Where continued goodwill shall be our guide. Woohoo. Can you tell us about our sacrifice? Thou art giving of thyself in some ways, seek ye now to find more. Okay. So those are the ones that we know about. So we are compassionate, but we need to be more sacrificial to appease Hawkwind. This comes back to where do we want to go and how do we want to get things done. So down there is that moonstone, but we didn't actually encounter anything nearby, village-wise. There's a village up there in U. We can see it marked on the map. I don't actually see a town marked on the map here. There's something marked on the map there, it looks like, possibly. I think we'll go... So do we want to go up this way, or do we want to go down there? Let's go... They're all still here. Well, come at me, bro. Okay. Let's see if we can go northwest. Yep, there's a nice pass through here, so we'll go northwest as far as we can. See if we can find... It says the forest of U, the village of U is in the forest. So the reason I was thinking honesty, like, until I got to the point where I decided, well, I should have the chat decide, was because wizards start with the ability to do just about all the magic. Which means the ability to cast spells like Fireball. When we get to the Village of the Mages, we will have a way to get there. Don't worry. Okay. So we're looking through the woods for the Great Forest. Found a view. And we haven't found it yet. Oh no. The orcs got us while we're still poisoned. Okay, and now we can cast Cure on ourselves and fix that poison. Okay, we don't have you here. We found a river. That makes me think that maybe we might have gone a little too far north. We'll see. Yep, it looks like this is that. This is related to the bay. Question is this bay the big one or the small one? I'll have to the small one, so maybe if we come south, we'll get to the town. Right? Oh. Well, you are probably a troublemaker. Yeah, I see you. Frickin' wizard. We've killed the evil mage. We can't launch through the rock. That skeleton might get away. I'll let the skeleton come close. And it looks like we now have a couple of rogues. Let them flee. We're not mean. Acid chest trap. Another acid trap. More orcs. Let them come to us. Okay, we still haven't found you. More orcs. At least these are convenient maps for us to sort of semi-ambush them back on. Because there's nice defensible spots for us to cover our sides from. Okay. So we haven't found you. It's somewhere in those woods. Feels like it should be here. Come on. Okay. I can't help but feel that we've missed the town. Okay. Julie is injured, so I'm gonna try to eat this as much as I can. Okay, well, this is not telling us where we want to be. Okay, I am. Okay, so I definitely know I'm here on this brush. And the village is south of that little dip, like due south. And then there's a bigger thing south of there. So I think I want to find my way to that dip. Bridge trolls. I'm gonna actually we're gonna run because we are actually kind of injured. I think this is the dip. Yes, this is the dip we want. So we are looking for just south of this. Gives us. This might be the swamp. These might be swamps that they're showing. Or we might finally have found you. How long did it take us wandering around these woods to find you? Hello, wise druid. What is your name? Your Dwip? Well, Dwip, what's your job? To welcome thee to you, City of Justice. Can you tell me about justice? Love no one more than the truth, for justice seeks no favors. Just temper thy justice with understanding. This seems like something I want to know here. Justice, love no one more than the truth. And what can you say about understanding? Love, truth, you. Yes, 'tis a fair city. Dost thou like it? Yeah, it's pretty good. Let it be as thine. Thank you. Well, we have to find our rune, our mantra, and our shrine, and see if there's anyone of interest. Hello, guard. What do you guard? What's your job? To preserve peace and ensure justice. What can you tell me about justice? Justice means not only to punish the bad, but also to reward the good. So you can reward, punish, good. What's your name? Health. You're okay. What can you tell me about peace? A good life is inspired by love and guided by truth. Art thou always just? No, not always. I strive to be, but not always. Strive to be. Yes. This is going to be a food place. I think we have enough food for now. Hello, Sleek Ranger. What's your name? I'm a ranger. Well, what's your job? I search for a home. Well, what can you tell me about home? On the range. What about the range? Where the deer and the antelope play. Ever heard of such a place? No, I can't say I have. What's a deer and an antelope? Aw, what'd you have to ruin it for? If I hear about such a place, I'll tell you. What's your job, Sleek Ranger? Rations. What's your prices? You have 25 for 35. Let's have 2 packs. Thank you. That gives us plenty of food for now. Hello, we have another druid came wandering down here. Hello, wandering druid. What is your name? Druid. Well, what's your job? You seek justice. Well, what can you tell me about justice? Learn at the shrine. Well, can you tell me anything about the shrine? The shrine is to the east and then north. So the shrine of justice. is east and then north from you. Okay. Does I have the rune? No, I do not. Ask Talford, for he knows of the rune. Hey, we're getting lots of information here. So the rune of justice. Ask Talford. Okay. Farewell. Hi, kid. I'm Short Round. Oh no. What's your job? I work for Jones. Who's Jones? I think Indy's on a quest. What sort of quest? I'm not so sure, but it should be fun. Are you having fun? Yeah, I'm having fun. Write to Lord British and tell him so. So, yeah, the old game had, like, a card in it with an address to Origin Systems, and you could, like, write letters to Origin Systems, and you could, like, if you were lost or confused, you could write them, and you could, like, put a couple coins in, and then they'd write you back with a hint. The days before the internet. Bye. So there's an Indiana Jones character here. Okay. I think I'm going to get out of the woods there until I have a reason. Healing. You're too hurt to talk. You're too hurt to talk. Hi, Frida. What's your job? You're a... Psst, save my poor baby. I begged for him. Aw, well here. Have some money. Yeah, we need some help. We need healing. Julia in particular. Yeah, 200 gold. That hurts, but we'll pay it. No, I think I can do for now. Okay, what do we got here? Hi, Penrod. What's your job? I take counsel. What's going on with the council? On justice. Fight ye for justice? As best I can. Good. The druids chant the mantra. Bye. So the mantra of justice. The druids chant it. The Hall of Justice here. I'm a druid. What's your name? Can you chant? What's your job? Okay, you're just going to tell me about the shrine again? You're Penrod? I thought we just talked to you. There's two of you, apparently. Hi, wise judge. What's your name? I'm Talford. Hey, Talford, you know about the rune, don't you? It is hidden well. Can thou honestly claim to be guilty of no crime ever? Have we committed any crimes? We haven't stolen anything. We did have some people die in combat. It was self-defense. I'm going to say I'm not sure that I can. Then do thy penance in a cell, and with the felons search ye well. You... Felon... Okay, bye. The judge is telling us to go to the jail cell. You've sinned? Do you want money? Here. Have some money. And you are also a poor beggar here. 10 gold should be enough for you if you're not, like, exploring the wilderness. So hopefully that'll last you a while. You meet a mean, nasty, ugly villain. What's your name? I'm Vorpal. What's your job? He turns away. We found the rune of justice in the jail cell with Vorpal. What's your crime? Justice. Job. I eat people who bug me. Eat? On guard, fool. Will you run away? I don't want to fight you. Okay, so, we got the rune. We just had to spend some time in a jail cell with a cannibal who tried to eat us. That happened. I'm sorry, Vorpal. What's your name over here? You're just a druid. Okay. Well, I see some people over there. So let's see if we can find our way over there. Not that way. That looks like it's the edge of town, so I don't want to go there yet. Hello. I am Calumny. What's your job? I make spells. What can you tell me about spells? I invented quickness. Can thou cast it? I don't know. Adept. So if we find someone who can cast quickness, which a mage will be able to, we can come back here. So this is going to be in our miscellaneous quests. Calumny in you. Something about quickness. Return with a mage. Hey, okay, we found some more people. Hello, what's your job? You're a justice druid. I am Jana. What's your job, Jana? I strive to understand justice. What can you tell me about justice? True justice satisfies all, false none. Satisfies? True justice, false, all. How's your health? I am well. And your name again? Jana. Do you know about the mantra? No? Bye. Chanting Druid. I am silent. What's your job? Beh. Beh. Well, that tells us the mantra of justice. Beh. Tell me about justice. Bye. Name. Bye. Can you tell me about justice again? I don't suppose you want to join me. Oh, she does! Yay! We have Julia and Jana. We have a druid now. Oh, Manuel, tell me about druids. Druids are fierce fighters, especially when defending their beloved groves. They hold all trees sacred, and their town of Yew lies deep in the woods. Druids are also impressive practitioners of the mystic arts, and their knowledge of herbs is without peer. They may fight with different types of bows, though their preferred weapon is the mace. The Druidic philosophy forbids the wearing of metal of any kind, so leather is their armor of choice. The Druids' knowledge of the ways of the woodlands makes them invaluable as fellow travelers. And what do you actually have, Jana? A dagger. So we're still looking for bows. Where are you? Sleek Ranger. You're home on the range. Okay. So we have the Rune of Justice, we have the mantra, we have the shrine, and we have this companion Jana, who wanted to join us, apparently. Something seems suspicious, so I just asked. Cool. Where to now? I think that's what we need here. Oh my god, no one told me that I had the map over the screen the entire time? Oh no. Oh no. You need to tell me these things. Well, now we need to have the map over the screen again as we decide where we're gonna go. If we go west, we should get to Empath Abbey. So we can check out there. We'll need to be able to target the new moon to go there, which is going to need to be at the waning crescent, which is down there. So to get to the waning crescent, we'll need to go to the half moon there. To get to the half moon, we will need to be. If we find that, if we find this spot, we should be able to teleport and hop around to get to the new moon there. Or it might behoove us to just find a boat and steal it. Let's head towards Empath Abbey, see if we can find a boat, and see how we go. Okay, come on. And we need to get bows for everyone. You can flee. Okay, this is another sort of swampy area. I'll open it. Okay. If Empath Abbey is over here, it's going to be down below this, so we'll have to wander around through this swamp. Another one of those wizards. Come on, beat up that wizard. Okay. So that hurt a bit. We're doing okay. Still. Ooh. We have some creature here. Along with all these skeletons. Not quite sure what you are. The skeletons are getting in the way of it. Demon! It's a daemon. Seems to really want to hurt Jana. But we got rid of that demon. And there it is. Empath Abbey. I have no idea what's in Empath Abbey. I hope that they have a healer or an inn or something. Hello, guard. What do you guard? What's your job? A gate guard. What about the gate? To the Abbey. What about the Abbey? Here in the Oak Grove, many find the meaning of peace and love. Yay! Hippie fortress! Art thou saturated with love? You know what? Yeah, I kind of dig love. Saturated. Yeah, sure. Yeah. And thou need not be here. Oh, well. Maybe I'm not saturated with love. Visit the small shrine within the abbey. Okay. Peace. Love. Bye. And there's a child just standing in the middle waiting. Hi, child. I'm Chin-Up. Well, what's your job, Chin-Up? I welcome thee to the abbey. Art thou here in search of love? Not from a child, but in general, yeah. Perhaps then to the Oak Grove. Okay. Bye. Not sure I want to love a child, but yay. Ooh, we have here a little shrine. It says, I am life. Well, what is life? What's your job? I resonate thoughts. What sort of thoughts? Can you resonate my thoughts? What are thy thoughts? Love. Seek ye the candle of love, for only with it and two other parts might thou enter the abyss. So this is a quest. Yahoo! Enter the abyss. Seems to be a quest that's going to have multiple parts. Seek ye the candle of love. Yay, love. Dost thou have it? No, I do not. Ask the bard beyond the secret passage. Ask the bard beyond the secret passage. That means there's a secret passage. Okay. Farewell, Ankh. I did not expect you to actually have a conversation. Hello, Humlock. What's your job? I seek salvation. You might not be a beggar. Tell me about salvation. I am but a poor, destitute beggar. I have nothing. Yes, I'll give you some money. I would be so grateful. Here. Have 10 gold. Thank thee, I shall never forget thy kindness. Farewell. That seems to be our standard go-to, is giving beggars 10. Got a lovely... I'm the pass guard. What do you mean about pass? There is no danger. Danger? Well, not compared to a dungeon altar room. I'm sorry? Hast thou solved the altars? No, I have not. This is the first I've heard of them. From them, a 3-part key is gained, needed to enter the chamber of the Codex. How old is this game? 1985? So, about 38 years old. It's ancient, yeah. So, apparently there are dungeons and altar rooms and dungeon keys. So, that's going to be a thing to look for. Let me go ahead and... I wasn't either. This game's older than I am. So we have enter the chamber of the Codex. And that is going to be dungeon altar rooms 3-part key. So we're going to need to do that. We're getting information, but at least we're finding these. We haven't visited any of the shrines yet, but you know what? We've got the runes and mantras and locations of 3 shrines, and this worrisome information about the rune of Scarabrae missing. Can you tell me about this codex at any? Or this chamber? Probably not, because you asked me the question, so that's like the farewell. Yeah. So I've played this before. I vaguely know what's going on. I'm feigning in ignorance, partly because it's been over a decade since I played this, so I don't remember it very well. Besides the general goal of Ultima 4, which is to be a good person. We're finding this information and these things to meditate upon the virtues and learn what actions to take to embody them in the world. And then we will hopefully be able to enter this chamber of the Codex. Well, spoiler, we'll enter the chamber of Codex when we have embodied all the virtues in the world. And we will be a good person. And we will retrieve a holy text on how to be a good person for the people of the world. Enjoy work. I'm probably not going to stream too much longer. Yeah. So we're not going to be a good person today. Okay. You're also a pass guard. So there's no danger right now. Good to know. You're a gate guard. To the Abbey. Yeah, we've already talked to a gate guard. You're Lord Robert. What's your job? You rule the province. Okay. Well, tell me about the province. My Lady Marcy can tell thee more. Okay, what about ruling? And love, because this is the place of love. Okay. Hi, Lady Marcy, what's your job? I rule with my lord. Yay. He says you can tell me more about the province. Our people believe in love as a way of life and live it to the fullest. Dost thou seek love? Yeah, always. Then may thou find it. Thank you. Can't help me. She can't help me with love, though. Okay. Tell me about your lord. Okay. And can you tell me about love? Okay. Bye. We can't open that door. It's locked. There's supposed to be a secret passage around here. I guess that's the secret passage. Hi, guard. What's your name? You're a pass guard. Okay. Oh, I see. There's a little white dot. So that must be... Well, there's the treasury. It would not be a very good thing to rob, so we're not going to. Hello. We're outside the walls. And there's a bard, like we were told. Hi there, what's your name? Derek the Bard. How you doing, Derek? What's your job? You sing songs. Cool. I'm supposed to ask you about the Candle of Love. So, tell me about the candle. The Candle of Love is found in a secret place hidden off Loch Lake. Okay. Secret place hidden off Loch Lake. I don't know where Loch Lake is. I might actually have to translate this map between streams so that we can have like references and know where everything is. Can you tell me about Loch Lake? Like maybe you can tell me where Loch Lake is? Hey, can you sing for me? Oh, all types. Dost thou like this one? Yes. Thanks, I just wrote it. Bye. Says a secret place off of Loch Lake. There's a little grove area there that we can't get to. Maybe there's another way in. Because after all, we only just went this way. And are you a gate or a pass guard? Okay, you're a pass guard. And we're still looking for like a healer or an inn. Hi. Hi, Susanna. What's your job? Overworked? Oh, well, I'll let you be. I'm sorry. I don't want to cause you problems. If you're an overworked lady in waiting, you... Good luck. Hi, what's your name? Brother Antos, what's your job? What sort of wisdom do you hold, Brother Antos? What dost thou ask of me? Can you tell me about love? Okay. So I don't know what Brother Antos tells me, but has some wisdom, apparently. Can you tell me about justice? No? How's your health? You're getting old and frail. Aw. How's it like being frail? How's it like being old? Only time will tell, huh? Well, good luck, Brother Antos. Oh, thank goodness. Okay, hi there. Hi there, Malcor. What's your job? You solve quests? What sort of quests do you know of? The last one took me near Spiritwood. Art thou on a quest? Yes, I am. To become a good person. Best of luck of thee. Yay. You tell me about Spiritwood. No? Okay. Well, Mr. Healer. Welcome unto the Love Healer. Peace and joy be with you, friend. Are you in need of help? Yes. We need healing. Jana in particular. Yeah. Highway robbery. No, I think we're good there. 200 gold to go. That's a bit more than we need. But it's nice to know there's a healer here. And there's some people there that we can't talk to. There's no little white dots. So until we can get through that locked door, let me make sure again that I wouldn't just try to open a wall or something. Yeah, we cannot open that door. I'm going to see if we can get around, but I don't think we can. I think that we're going to need to find a way to open that door. Yeah, that's blocked. That's blocked, and then this will take us out of town. Okay. So we are now. We've done pretty well. I think I want to end our session at Britain, though. Britain's more central. So we're over here at this Empath Abbey. So we're going to, I think, go southeast to the mountains, cross through that pass, and get to the castle. And remember to not have the map covering the entire screen again. Oh dear. Orcs, I wasn't paying attention. We're going to see if we can't lure these two down to where I can hit them with my sling while they're doing their thing. Well, we didn't quite get all of them, but... Oh no! Poisoned. This is our last prepared cure. So if we get poisoned again, there's nothing to it. Okay. We're out again. Free. Found the mountains. Is the mountain pass here convenient? I don't think that's the way to the mountain pass. I think we need to go southwest. I don't remember. Yes, there's the mountain pass. Oh my gosh, our treasure chests from here remained. Hooray. Oh dear, there's a demon here again. Demon down. Oops, not right. Lots of skeletons here to take care of. Yay! More gold. Okay. We are needing to get north to get to the... I don't want to deal with these. We're going to run away. That's not very valorous, but... I don't want to deal with an Etten throwing rocks at us. We're going to have a big fight here. Oh, never mind. John is getting a little hurt again. But you know what? That's fine. Woohoo! We got money. So, we've made some progress. Ended up south of where we wanted to go. There's Britain and Lord British. I think we'll close out by going to Lord British and then Hawkwind and seeing what our statuses are on the virtues we've discovered so far. So, Lord British. Yay, level 5. Julia, level 3. Jana, level 3. And just make sure... Okay. We all leveled up. Yay, that's where you come talk to Lord British. We have to do that to level up. Which makes us all stronger. And then if we go talk to Hawkwind over here... Okay, we need to wait for me to wake up. And we have our 3 virtues we found so far. Tell us how we're doing on compassion. Thou dost show thy compassion well. Continued goodwill shall be thy guide. How's our sacrifice? Thou art giving of thyself in some ways. Seek ye now more, to find out more. And justice. Thou hast not proven thyself to be just. Strive to do justice unto all things. Okay, so we might want to find out what it means to be just, because apparently we're not doing it very well. That will have to wait, though. So, farewell. Save. That was a pretty... We've had a nice, productive little bit. Make sure my notes are saved. And who, if anyone, can we raid? Looks like it's Blobber is our choice. Got Blobber, and then everyone else has a higher required number of people than we have right now. So we'll raid Blobber. Thank you for coming by. Hop on into the raid. And probably not tomorrow night, probably not Wednesday night, but sometime later, we will continue on our great quest to figure out how to be a good person. Yay! Nothing can go wrong. Bye!